Alright, what is going on, everybody? This is TRUDGE MC, and yes, we have another Spawn action figure here. This is the Curse, or more accurately, let's see here. This is the Curse with a cybernetic arm and chainsaw action from America's Best-Selling Comic Book, Top McFarlane Spawn, Deluxe Edition Ultra Action Figures with that. So, you will notice right off the bat, this guy is out of the packaging. And there's a reason for that. No, it has nothing to do with the eBay order. I did order this guy in the box, and he came in the box. Now, I took him out beforehand because I want your opinion on something. So, my recent reviews with these kinds of figures, I mean, I'll just say it bluntly, it seems like I have no idea what I'm talking about. I'm just like, what does this figure do? Oh, look at that. I didn't know it did that. That kind of thing. So it seems like I don't really know what I'm talking about, and I know that that's all part of the first impression thing, but I want to know what you think of. Do you want a more genuine, like, first impression review where I just, take it out of the package and I immediately get my thoughts out? Or do you want the kind of thing where it's like, I've already gotten this guy out of the packaging. I've already messed around with him, so I already know what he does, and I'll just tell you that. So let me know what you think of that, but for the time being, here he is compared to Nuclear Spawn. Here he is compared to Marvel Select Spider-Man, and then we will find out how tall he is together. So he stands in a really weird pose, but nevertheless, he stands at pretty much exactly 6 inches, or he stands at pretty much like just exactly 15 centimeters. So I suppose we'll take a look at the packaging. So some of you might not know who the Curse is, and that's okay because as far as I know, the guy hasn't showed up too much in recent stuff, but this figure is from Series 3, and you might recognize some of those. I already have Spawn 2, Vertebreaker, and Redeemer, so now I have the Curse. And then we have Spawn Series 1, Spawn Series 2, we have Wetworks Series 1, we have Youngblood Series 1, and then here is a little bio on him. So, very interesting guy. And if you didn't know, this guy is significant to me, not only because he is one of my personal favorite Spawn villains, but I also have the comic that showed his first appearance. His first appearance was in Spawn number 27, this one. And there he is. So there you go. He looks really accurate, which is good because these actually came out at around the same time, more or less, because this comic right here is from January, as you can see here, January of 1995. And what's interesting is that on the back here, it actually shows an advertisement for Spawn Series 2, which is right over there. So it actually has an advertisement for Series 2. It's like, stay tuned next month when Series 2 comes out from Todd Toys, back when it was called that instead of McFarlane Toys. Because it was actually a whole thing with Mattel that he actually changed the name from Todd Toys to McFarlane Toys. And I'd say that was a change for the better, because I think the name sounds better. But yeah, so Spawn number 27, first appearance of the Curse. And speaking of that, here he is. So it's a pretty straightforward thing as far as play features are concerned. The main thing is that his visor can lift up, and then you can see his disgusting face underneath. So there you go. He is missing an eye because that's part of his origin. So there's that. He's got like a little bit of stubble there, or not a stubble, but like I don't know what that is. Is that a goatee or what? I'm not good with facial hair, and I have facial hair, but whatever. So there's that. I do like the little thing there. I do like how it has kind of a marble, like, shiny look to it. That's pretty cool. I do also like the black plastic that makes up most of his body. I think that looks really good. Definitely looks accurate, and I think it still looks good. So you got some texture here with the torso. It's got some grooves there. It also shows like a little bit of muscle, so that's pretty cool. And then you got some like pouches here, and you got some shoulder blades. Obviously, this guy's from the 90s, so you gotta have the shoulder blades. So there's that, and then obviously he has the cybernetic right arm. We'll get into the play feature with that soon. And then He's got a nice thing there. This kind of reminds me of the Chi Spawn figure review that I did. She had a weapon that looked like that. And then you have some stuff here. I do like the boot here. This definitely looks very Spawn-like, which is fitting because this guy tries to be Spawn, tries to replace him. So there is all of that. I like the detail there with the brown. You got the silver. I really like this green color too. I'm not sure exactly what type of green this is, but I really like the look of it. So there you go. You also got some black here on the back. They didn't have to add that detail there, but it's cool that they did. Then, as far as articulation is concerned, it's pretty straightforward stuff. The head turns, the arm, I'll talk about this in a little bit. So the arm, this arm moves, and then there's nothing else going on. There's nothing in the torso. And then for the legs, they can go forward, and they can go back, not very far, but that's okay. They don't go out to the side, but you do get a bend at the knee, so they can go forward that far, even though that looks really weird. It's definitely, this foot is definitely not supposed to go back, but they do go back like that. So that's pretty good. And then the other thing is this massive chainsaw arm. So there is a bend here at the shoulder, so it can go up. Now there is this massive spike here, so be careful with it, but it does go up. So that's pretty cool. And then there is also a tube here that connects from his tube side to this. So do be careful with that. You could potentially break that off. But yeah, so there is that. It's pretty good. And then it shows here on the box, it shows almost that that all of these things can move, like this claw here, and then like this blade here. It almost seems like those are supposed to move. I couldn't get them to move, and I don't want to risk breaking the figure or damaging the metal pin that's in there, so I'm gonna play it safe and say that that doesn't move, even though it looks like it could. So if you had this figure, or if you still have this figure, let me know if you could get these to move, but I couldn't. But I could get the chainsaw to move, so this main thing right here, it does move pretty good. Again, it's connected to a hose here, so be careful that you don't mess that up. But yeah, I think the chainsaw itself looks pretty good. I like the details there. I think that's pretty cool. For 1995, this has some really good detail. Then you may be wondering about this massive cord here. Well, what you can do is you can move it like so, and you can see that that the chainsaw does move a little bit when you do that. So yeah, there you go. So that's about it. It just kind of goes in and out like that. So that's kind of what you got going on. So that's about it. And he doesn't come with anything else, no other weapons. And yeah, so pretty simple articulation. So really, that is what you get for the curse. So it looks accurate. I really like it. Nice representation. One of my favorite Spawn villains. Now, I know that they did make a Page Punchers comic that had like a 3-inch version of the curse, but we need a 7-inch version of this guy. You know, with the Spawn Universe line, they need to make one of him. That would be really cool. So anyway, that's all I have. So if you enjoyed this video, do be sure to leave a like and let me know in the comments not only what you think of this guy or this review or anything like that, but also give me some feedback on the format of my reviews. So I'm going to do at least a few with this style just to see how it goes. So maybe if you don't see this one, but you see another one, let me know what you think. But other than that, I hope you enjoyed. I'll see you all later. Goodbye.